Let's go. Let's go. If I hear from another person again, I'm only hearing from one person, and somebody say the volume is good. The volume is good, brother. Um, let's go to the main issue. It's okay. It's okay. Yes, that is why you are seeing this black background. Let's go. Um, let me make it the so that the screen will be big. Methuselah have to come as a smaller like this. I think like this is okay. Now we are going to the inception of the proper genocide. Now, for the sake of posterity, what I'm showing you now, what you are going to watch now, it is not from my own point of view because I was not there in 1966 when it happened. Thanks to the white family, I will call them the white missionaries, Professor Bill Bowley and the wife, which you are going to hear from them and many others. But they are the one that made sure that this piece of work come to the light of the day. It's very unfortunate that there's some scary pictures or videos I will not show so that I can be able to galvanize my platform. I think my Facebook account calls for celebration. At least more than 1 month now, they have never restricted me. It's a thing of joy because I've never stayed more than 1 month before. They must restrict me. You know me now. I'm stubborn. What they don't want me to show is what I want to show. But this time around, I think I'm going to take it easy, easy, easy. Now let us pay attention to the introduction. Then I will pause it bit by bit. We are going to the introduction you are going to watch now is to tell you that it's not a concocted stories because of some gullible ones, some morons, some satanic agent that's supposed to hunt down, that don't supposed to live. That is why sometimes I begin to question whether God exists at all, what we call God. I begin to question whether he even have power over us. Because there are some people that don't supposed to live. There are some people that don't supposed to, see the light of the day, but they are working. They are working. There are some people that have killed a lot of innocent souls, but there are things is working for them, no matter how you want to see it. So that is why we are going to look, we are going to watch it from another angle. Like I told many of you, time will come when we go proper into debate of what we call Tuko Kabiam and how it functions. Because what makes you a human being is ability to reason. As you reason, you ask questions. So we are not going to be swallowing whatever stupidity that come on our way in the name of whatever. Blessed are those that didn't see but believe. No, not in our dictionary. Our own. Blessed are those that see and perceive and also believe at the same time. Now let's go. Let's go to the intro. That is introduction of this today's broadcast. Let me see if I can be able to bring it. Can you see what they call it? This is what they call it. They call it the disturbance. This is the name the white people call it because they were putting it as a movie, and for the name they call it to should tell you the meaning. The disturbances. That's what they call it. You are going to see the segment of their mission to Nigeria in the first place, their mission, so that many of you will know the reason why we have been clamoring that the people that brought this nonsense is the white people. Their mission to Nigeria. Let us see what their mission.
The mid-20th century, Christian missionaries have worked in the British colony of Nigeria for more than 100 years. They've established a presence alongside Islam and paganism, evangelizing, building churches, hospitals, schools, sharing the Bible, medicine, farming techniques.
Did you hear it? Sharing the Bible. Sharing the Bible. This is their job. And you never ask yourself, those people that share you this Bible we have been reading now, you are in trouble now. Where are they? This is how to know when something is new. The missionaries. They were the ones sharing Bible. Many of you want to kill yourself today to defend. And now you are in problem. Or are you not in problem? You are being hunted down every day by day. Yet, when you call them to come, they work against you. So that's why we are going to do justice to this nonsense today.
As the 1950s draw to a close, Nigeria's independence from the British is on the horizon, and more missionaries are coming, training pastors, developing health care, education, and agriculture, with a population turning toward self-rule. October 1st, 1960, Independence Day for Nigeria, though British influence and structures remain in the country known as Africa's giant. Part of the new challenge, promoting unity as a nation while more than 250 tribes live within its borders. Even the Nigerian national anthem recognizes the challenge afoot. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? The tongues may differ, but in brotherhood we stand. They know already that we are not the same. The tongue may differ, but in brotherhood we stand. Or by enemy or by force. Let me repeat it. They know that the tongue differs. We are not one people, brother. It's not that it's not bad. Not how can you force yourself to be with somebody you are not? It's not segregation. You can't. After all, am I an Austrian? If you see me on the road now, no matter how many, if I like, let me live here for like 100 years. I'm not an Austrian. Whether you get here, whether you become a citizen or not, you are not an Austrian. If they see you on a normal day, they will tell you you are not from here. But am I not here? Am I not working in their land? Haven't I integrated myself here? I married their daughter, and I work with also their children in the offices. So telling people that you are not my brother is not a problem. Many of you see it, why are you segregating? Why are you dividing? Why can't we live as one brother and sister? I am not your brother. We can coexist in terms of economic production and otherwise. But let us face reality. Our way of reasoning are not the same. But we are being forced. And the experiment is still going on till today. That's what they said here. They said the tongue may differ. Not me.
The national anthem recognizes the challenge afoot. The tribe and tongue may differ. In brotherhood, we stand. Hundreds of Christian missionaries are living in Nigeria. Bill and Audrey Cooley are Southern Baptist. Their assignment takes them to Jos, a town on a plateau in the country's northern region.
Hold on there. I cut this thing section to section so that I will not waste much time because it's more than 2 hours broadcast. But I cut this section so that the strategic places that we need to know. This one is just an intro. What you just watch now is the introduction of the missionaries, how they came in, how they now begin to tell us the tribe may differ, the tongue may differ, but in brotherhood we stand. So they are the one that even forcing us to become one. Whereas in their own country, nothing like the brotherhood we stand. They face reality. Today, Austria is speaking German. Germany is speaking German, but they are not living in one country. They are in different places. They are even using the same currency, everything the same. In fact, they are the same. When even an Austrian stand and a German person, if you are not really into them, you will not know the difference unless they speak. They are speaking German, but their tongues differs. But when you see them, you cannot differentiate who is Austrian, who is a German, unless they speak. And when they speak, unless you yourself is one of them, you know. As a foreigner, you may not know, unless you have lived here and know the accent. because their own German is a little bit, it just is the same. They just, some few words. Now, let me, as I'm showing you the worst parts that happened to us, I'm also going to show you our own negative side. I'm not here to bring a picture so that Biafrans or we are outright. I'm going to show you the mistake, and we are still doing it now. It is called arrogant. That is why if you see them, they make small money in Malaysia, maybe say 2 million. You will see them, they'll begin to showcase themselves everywhere in the world. Small money, they are poor people, but they make noise. Igbo speaking Biafra. If they get small money somewhere like this, they will be doing show. Just like this one called Kuban at home. And their source of income is not pure. Jeff Bezos is there. Nobody hearing him making noise. He's just busy building and using his wealth to be influencing and also providing job. Amazon is the owner. Bill Gates, many of you know, they don't make noise. But a black man, a typical Biafran, he will be bragging. That's what they tell us. That's the white people tell us here. We are going to watch it. I'm not going to skip it so that you want me to play the one that is good. No, I'll play everything. Wait. This is why I call it arrogant. That is why they turn around. Because of this, this situation we are now, it is systematically orchestrated by white men. You see this thing now, they said the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. That statement, this is what we are witnessing. In 1960, even 1950 something, or 1940, from 1945 down to 1960, down to 1966, we are on the top. We are everywhere now. We are the one that embrace white man religion. Now watch. Let me bring you. I call this one arrogance. It's what we are witnessing today. Look at it here. Look at what they're going to talk about you, whether it's true or not.
But it was what they did with that education and their own characteristics that angered the houses and turned the houses against them. It was not the fact that they were Christian. There was that religious, aspect of it. We can't say that there was none of that, but in essence, the real tipping point was tribalism and how the Igbos treated some of the houses up north, because they were, in some cases, fairly arrogant. They're saying, in effect, to the northern people, we're better than you are.
We don't know how to keep secret. Chai, this is the lifestyle we are still suffering today. We don't know how to keep secret. Just like you have autopilot today. They don't know secret. They don't keep secret. They make noise. They love the leadership of Ipob to come online and begin to tell them all their plans, everything online. If you don't talk, they say, Chike, come and speak now. Come and speak now. You must. They will now write questions. These are the questions we need to know. These are the questions we need to know. Who is Ihechi? Why is Mrs. Kanu is not speaking? We want to know who bought the ticket to Kenya. All this nonsense. The man is telling that the Igbos is going straight to the house and tell them that we are intelligent. We are more intelligent than you people. And that is why we are occupying every position. Today now, our turn is all upside down. Is it not so fascinating to you that somebody have no certificate and he became the president? Is it not so fascinating? Whereas we have a lot of professors of Igbo extraction, many of them in America, some of them in Europe, some of them is also in Nigeria. Some of them have invented so many things. Professors. When I say professor, not only in Nigeria, professor that study in Nigeria, then travel abroad, study in one of the renowned university, and then return back home. And when he want to contest election, he will know where to be found. Somebody with that certificate, did you know they shock you? So this is something they have turned upside down. This is what the man said about you people. And we are seeing it today. And that is the reason why IPO became. We want to destroy so many things.
Up north, because they were, in some cases fairly arrogant. They're saying, in effect, to the northern people, we are better than you are. We look at all the positions that we have. We're in places of responsibility. We make decisions. Not only were the Igbos in the Hausa's homeland living the good life when the Hausa's were still, 10, 15, 20 years behind them.
You see,
but it was getting rubbed into their noses.
You see, the Hausa are 20 years behind. I don't. Maybe you don't understand it. In terms of intelligence, the man is confessing. He said the North are 20 years behind. Say they know, and that is why that's why they are bringing us down. That is why they systematically bring us down so that we will not rise. They know it. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue wandering. He said it before. Sometimes he went to see them in their office. He waited there for almost 2 hours. Nobody will respond to him. They kill you. Nobody want to carry it. They said that the North are 20 years behind us. So that is why they pin us down. And stop accusing our forefathers, idiot people, in the name of religious leaders. I see you people going around telling people that the reason why we are suffering is because of what our forefathers committed. Morons. And it's in their own land, though, in the north, in Jos. This is where this is going on. In Jos, you came to somebody's land, you acquire education there. You are doing well, versatile well, everywhere. Not only in buying and selling. This buying and selling now is what they push you now. We are not into buying and selling before. We are into academician. Every key positions. If any woman is not functioning. Today now how to learn to buy and selling. They will use it to be mocking you. Leave people now, leave them with this. They are not merchandise business, buying and selling. They are good at that. Let us welcome them. If you give them now, they will make you Japan of Africa because they are good in selling spare parts. Again, are they happy? You don't know that they are mocking you. They are mocking
you. 10, 15, 20 years behind them, but it was getting rubbed into their noses.
So the paradox arose that the Igbo people developed northern Nigeria.
They are still developing.
And because the Igbo people had shown this kind of...
Can you now begin to see that we are useless? He said that Igbo people developed the north. That wasn't way back 1966 we are talking now. They slaughtered them. They butchered them, which we are going to see. Now, after the genocide, after Biafran genocide, they still went back to the same place again and start building again. Something is wrong with us, brother. And that thing that is wrong with us, how are we? Somebody will discover it one day. Something is wrong somewhere. I know we have been infiltrated, no doubt about that. We are carrying mixed blood, so many mixed blood. So many people were raped. So that is what they really entered us. The journey we are into is very far. We are having foreigners answering our name, speaking the same language we speak, and living in the same community. It's very hard, very hard. It is called internal enemy. Very deadly, very deadly.
Progress and achievement. Their fellow countrymen and women began to be suspicious of them.
These suspicions run even to Jos, a melting pot of sorts. The coolie's gardener, Garba, is Muslim, Hausa, Northerner. He does not particularly care for the Eastern Igbos being in Jos, but the city is a draw for nationals and expatriates alike.
We were living in sort of a favored part of the country. Things went well there. Jos has an ideal climate almost. This is a place where people went for their vacations. They went there to get away from things, not to get into things.
You had a little cooler weather. You could grow more things in your garden. There was a main street.
Okay, let's go to the main issue. Like I said, I want to take it gradually so that I can be able to get what I have in stock. Let's go to
of themselves.
One love.
our brother. Okay, thank God you are the one that came out. I wouldn't want bad luck to disturb my program, please. This is this one is all about the running. Okay, the running of running to save life and hacking to death. This one is I caption it so that I can be able to bring it easily. This one is okay. Let's pay attention to this. So this one is running.
No
Okay,
immediate threat to the missionary community.
running to save life. Um, let me see, please. I want to make sure that I'm coming out clearly. Like I said, it's a very long video, but I don't want to. It's gonna take time. That's why I want to take it gradually, and because I also want to get your own opinion after we've known what happened to us that they hide from us. Many of you know this one you're watching is only what happened inside the missionary. You know, they are reporting their own account. We are not talking about what has happened outside the school. This one is inside the school premises, where they thought that those that are studying with them are their life. Their life are secured, but they're not secured. So they pursue them from outside and then come inside to mow them down. Let me go to it. I think okay, this one they are praying. This one they are praying Psalms. Okay, let's go to Psalms as they are praying Psalms.
Just
So the same nonsense we are doing now is what we did before. Let us see what this man is doing as they are coming to them.
it's just not anything that we could do, so we just tried to keep life moving along.
We had heard rumors of trouble coming to Johnson. I went one Sunday morning to one of our country churches. We call them bush churches. That Sunday morning, an Igbo recited the 91st Psalm.
You will not fear
Yeah.
the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you.
He said it with such depth of meaning. It said to me, these people are well aware they are facing a great trouble.
Bob and Joanne Parham write from the Baptist Mission in Jos that uncertainty and tension have filled the atmosphere for months now. They pray that Nigeria's leaders will have divine guidance as they work to solve the country's problems. At the Baptist High School in Jos, Bill and Audrey Cooley one day receive a memorable visit. The older brother of one of their students, an Igbo named Jonathan Ikeriawu, is concerned.
Please, which kind name is this? Ikeriawe. I've been trying to see where this name comes from, but I know it's not in one of them. Please let me repeat. Pay attention. I've been trying to get the correct name. Maybe many of you that are watching may know the name. Let me repeat. Pay attention. Where is this name from? This is not Igbo speaking Biafra. Am I correct?
The older brother of one of their students, an Igbo named Jonathan Ikeriawu.
Ikeriawe. How you hear name? Hey, brothers. He called him Igbo. All of us are the same. That's how they know us. Igbo. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Is concerned.
Jonathan's brother came from Bukaru to talk about Jonathan's future, and more specifically, with it appearing that some trouble was certain that would involve Eastern peoples, which they were. What would be best to do for Jonathan? Whether to take him back to Bukaru and try to keep him safely with the family there, or whether to leave him at the school. I told the brother that the choice was his.
Okay. Carry on. Okay. I know why people pronounce it.
If they wanted to take him home, that was certainly their prerogative. Or if they wanted to leave him at school, we would do the best we could for him.
The family makes a crucial decision. Jonathan will stay at the school.
Now, pay attention. Pay attention. Let us begin to see that statement of Sardauna of Sokoto of, if I have a job and there's no northern people that can do the job, but I have an Igbo man who can do the job, I will not give it to the Igbo man. I will give it to an expert, which is a white man. Even if the white man cannot do it, I will look for somebody to do it. If I will give it to Igbo, if maybe there's no other thing, it's just only that Igbo, I will give it under contract. Let us see the implementation. These children of the North, they have retentive memory and they pay attention. That is what we are doing in IPOB. That is why many people don't like us as we are paying attention to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is the lifestyle of the North. They pay attention to one particular person that tell them what to do. And when they now begin to see that we have started adopting that particular way of life, they are in rampage. That's why they want to hold this man to ransom to any length. This is it. Let me bring it. This is yes, it's corrected. The name is corrected. Yes, I agree with you. You know, this is a pronunciation of white people. Let me bring that. What you are going to see now, before we go to the main killing. What we are going to see now is when a Northerner and an Igbo speaking Biafra is living in the same house, serving white men. You are going to see the response of the Northerner towards the white man. When the white man asks him, please, are you going to tell your people outside that we have another Igbo inside this house? You are going to see the response. So we are not the same. We are not the same. This one is they are okay. Okay, here it comes.
They would chase after them, and then you'd hear the whacking. I'm gonna cry. Yeah. We knew they were being beaten in the grass.
Audrey and I were discussing this throughout the night. What could we do? What should we do? We had a few students and a few teachers who were of Eastern origin. What could we do? And the plan we came to was to bring them to the compound where we lived, which was about a mile from the school.
Well, we were a little concerned about Garba.
He had been working with us for a number of years, but he was of northern origin. I told him, we cannot bring them here unless I have your word that you will protect them as we are protecting them. And he didn't answer immediately.
He didn't answer immediately. We are not the same. It's not. If I say we are not the same, many of you will not be happy. We are not the same. It's not by force. We are not the same. Is it a hate speech that I look at you on your face and tell you you are not my brother, but me and you can coexist, but we are not one. We don't share the same ideology. Look at him here now. The man asked him, are you going to promise us that you are not going to tell those killing outside that you are somebody that have been working with him in the same house, in the same compound for many years? Let us see the response.
That you will protect them as we are protecting them. And he didn't answer immediately.
At all.
He went off to think about it for a little while.
He
came back. He said, I won't do it for them, but I'll do it for you.
I will not do it for them. I will not do it for the Igbos, but I will do it for you as you white man. And I wonder we are not the same. They don't understand. They are the one preaching peace. And I know why they are preaching peace. It's because of this nonsense, which I will put fire this night. It's because of this. Because the thing is talking about peace, peace, peace. That's this, because of this. And we're going to read that psalm now. They read Psalm 91. We are going to burn it this night. The man said, please, are you going to tell the northerners outside? And he later revealed that some Igbos are in the house. They are working together. He told the white man, I am not going to do it. I'm not going to keep the secret because of them, but because of you. In other words, you are more closer to me as a white man. I care for you, and that is why I will, because of you, not because of my brothers, as they claim that we are brothers. And I love that these white men are, analyzing this. It's good. It's good.
He came back. He said, I won't do it for them, but I'll do it for you. I knew him well enough to know that he was a person of honor. On that compound, there was an empty house. The person who ordinarily occupied it was on furlough at the time.
And he brought them over and put them in the little house that we had. We closed up all the windows and made it look like it was still vacant.
Thursday, September 29th.
That's the day.
Morning.
Mm-hmm.
We knew, you could feel it inside of yourself that it's happening. All the rumors and all of what we were told might be happening or that had happened in other places had come to Jos.
As knowledge of the violence filters into Hillcrest, Principal Paul Weaver faces a decision: cancel classes or carry on. With no immediate threat to the missionary community, Hillcrest holds school in an effort to maintain a sense of normalcy for the children. But problems soon move into campus.
This thing you are hearing now, they are killing outside though. There's a lot of killing outside the campus. This one is just like a boarding school. Because many of you will be watching, you'll be thinking that there's no killing, is nobody can account the other one they are killing that nobody knows. This one is inside the campus. That is why you now begin to hear about it. That is why it is being documented. Many of you that have lived in boarding school before, you understand what I mean. So after they must have killed them, finish the one outside, they now trace the ones inside the school to jump. No fence now, there's no fence, as you can see. They have to come inside, and all of them were wiped down. The ones these people the one that flee to Cameroon, the ones that their dead body on the street, littered everywhere. We are called one Nigeria.
As a physical education teacher, I was outside on the basketball courts. And I remember seeing a Nigerian man running across the compound up above the basketball courts and into one of the classrooms.
I caught out of the corner of my eye a single man coming up from the road, and it seemed very obvious to me that he was running away from something.
Sorry.
And I was concerned. My door was right in line with the direction he was going. I really did not want that man coming in there, but he did come in. And I went to meet him immediately. I didn't want...
You don't want him to run inside this class where these white children are, so that the thing may attract the people chasing him to affect these ones. So they need to drag him out from this classroom to another place.
Those seventh graders to be disturbed or alarmed in any way about what was going on. I said to him, as best as I can remember, you can't stay in this room. And he said to me, but madam, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And so I said, come with me.
Wagner exits the classroom with the Igbo man, but he leaves Wagner to join a nearby group he perceives as friendly. Meanwhile, Principal Weaver knows that Hillcrest employs several Igbos, among them Hyacinth Adabemma.
When I went into the office, Hyacinth was not there, and I was really concerned.
Okay.
There was an Igbo.
Like I said, I cut it short. I don't have much time. Um, I want to make sure that I get the ones that I should get because a very long video that is not allowed to. Wait. Wait. This one is. Let us see what happened to those ones that are running. This is This is it a hacking? Running to save his life, hacking to death? No. This one is the killing. Okay, let's pay attention to this one. Let's go to this one. This one will take a little bit time. Let's go to the killing. And just the history now. There's no problem. You know why I told many of you that we are useless. You know why we are useless? Genocide, yes, it can happen. War can happen. Something bring war, something can bring genocide. To show you that the people that committed it are sorry, they don't hide it. If you are watching me in Europe and you have children that are going to school, ask them. They will teach you the history of what happened in 1948. They will tell you the history of Second World War and what caused it. Before you become a citizen of Austria, you must know about their own history. I wrote the exam now. You must write the exam, you must pass. History. What was there was ranging from the time of monarchy down to these present days. How Hitler started, I learned it. First World War, what caused it, I learned it. So they are teaching you to guide you so that you will not allow the mistake to repeat itself. And it's also to show that they are sorry because they have to expose everything. But in the case of our own, they hide it. They don't want you to talk about it. In other words, they are not feeling sorry for it. Rather, they are hiding it because so that they continue committing another one more and more. You will not realize to wake up that to realize that this thing these people are doing to me now, they have done it to me before. That's what they're doing with us. And we have realized it. That's why they don't use I to see IPO. Are you wondering why they call us terrorists? You're not wondering. No gun, no catapult, just flag. And did you know they touch you? You don't bother about to think deep. I know you will say, Boko Haram, they are just doing the bandit and the ordinary IPO. No. That's something they are hiding from you that IPO will want to expose. And that is what we are doing. To wake your brain up. And that's why you have to transfer it to your children so that they will be growing with aggressive. Go and watch Palestine today and Israel. They know they carry eyes each other. America traveled to Palestine, give them huge amount of dollars. If you see the way they kick them out, they collect the money and talk nonsense about them. Say, come and get out with nonsense. You come here to buy us with money. They collected the money. They are politicians. This one is not even the citizen. Today, Palestine and Israel are hardened enemy. Hardened. Nowhere. Our own, you now go. We are the one begging for peace. That's why it's bothering me. We are the one begging for peace. Let peace. Let us be united. Let Hausa live. Let Yoruba live. Let Igbo live. We are one people. And the way it bothers my brain is God brought us together. God. That's why they use the. That's why I told many of you this is nonsense. This is nonsense. That's why they add these things. Told many of you that God, pastors will be preaching it to God has brought us together. And when you think about God, it's okay, this is the word of God. Okay, the word of God, that God that brings us together, this is it, this is his words. No problem. Let's continue.
Looking to see, was the market open? Were there shops open, something that we might need? There were just bodies, corpses.
Okay.
Bob Parham from the Baptist Mission is one of several missionaries who moves through Jos, assessing the situation. He finds 9 bodies in a couple of blocks, and another dead body on the Hillcrest campus. Parham takes the body, with the help of Assemblies of God missionary David McCauley, to the morgue, as Paul Griebel and Carl Eisman emerge from Elm House that morning. They find a dead body in the front yard. The man has been beaten to death with rocks from their rock garden. Paul and Carl hide the body.
The people they were beaten to death with a stone and knife and a stick, not even with gun. Akubole with Oshi before. That's to shoot you with a gun is the best death you can ever witness, you can ever pray for in life. To shoot you with a gun, the best. You see, to kill you with a stick and a stone. Even that's this world will turn around to you. That is how they molded our people down. With a stick and stone.
Body in the front yard. The man has been beaten to death with rocks from their rock garden. Paul and Carl hide the body in the elephant grass. Then, around mid-morning on Friday, September 30th, various reports hold that the unchecked killing winds down quickly in much of the north. Some of the wounded and scared remain in hiding across the north. Others of them begin to emerge from the bush. Missionaries and others start searching for survivors and finding the dead. Carl Lindauer, the husband of Nurse Bjorg and himself the architect of many mission buildings, including TCNN, enters the boulder formation behind the college. He finds a man wounded but alive, and 26 dead bodies. Missionary Edgar Smith visits the Jos police compound to find more than 100 Igbos gathered there for safety. It is becoming a refugee camp.
I wondered to myself, why are the trash trucks out?
Going trash truck. These are the truck dirty. The truck to carry dustbin. Let me use that language. Many local people understand. The truck, big lorry, and it is what they use to be picking dead body. So many times, pack and go and then put it inside the trench. You will see the trench, they dig. Shallow graves. They pour them there. Did our fathers, even our fathers, have they even called you to sit you down and narrate these things? White people, I don't forget about this one they are telling us is the one they want to tell us so. Because I know they will be hiding so many things on their own. But they tried at least to. This one is the one that happened in their compound. I just want you to get what I'm talking. Before you begin to see this as something that, generalized to the whole north. This one is just a small portion. I'm talking now. The small portion of what happened inside the campus, where they are. The people that are studying, the boarding school students, is the one that are telling you about. Not the one that are not in their custody. Because if you're a boarding student, you are in their custody. They are telling you what they are seeing.
Out picking up trash now. And it wasn't until our night watchman came and told us that the trash trucks were out picking up the bodies. He had walked past the dump, the city dump, and he had seen where they had bulldozed deep trenches.
You see,
these trash trucks had picked up bodies, backed up to these trenches, and just opened up the back end.
You are people. You are brothers. You are brothers. In fact, you are mothers. How a big group? How a big group? How go her trench? Our people still go back to the same doors.
The bodies. He had walked past the dump, the city dump, and he had seen where they had bulldozed deep trenches. And these trash trucks had picked up bodies, backed up these trenches, and just opened up the back end and dumped the bodies. He was a Hausa man. It made him feel bad.
We had heard that one could get through the city and that there were digging mass graves on the other side of the city because so many people had been killed that if we could get the body there, they would take care of it. We were pretty anxious going across town, but we got to the mass graves and a sight that I will never forget. Rectangular, big holes filled with bodies.
Attention begins to shift toward aiding the wounded and needy who continue to gather, if at all possible, at the police compound. Photographing what transpires, Marion Breaker, Church of the Brethren music teacher at Hillcrest. Pictures from the waist, not wanting to draw attention. Missionaries at Hillcrest began collecting clothing and other items to take to the compound. Even as they meet the direct need, they, along with the European business community and retirement, think ahead to what must happen next.
How can we survive? And so if we could separate the houses of the north
They still
from the
share the
Igbos of
look.
the east, perhaps lives could be saved.
Saturday, October 1st, a twofold need intensifies: care for the wounded and send as many as possible, as quickly as possible, back to the east. The situation in Jos remains so dire that Edgar Smith and Roger Ingold request a mission plane to Lagos, the capital.
You see,
Ingold scribbles a letter back to mission headquarters in Illinois. I'm on what may prove to be a very dangerous mission. It must be done. Some will hate us for it, could seek revenge. Ingold and Smith's mission meet with Yakubu Gowon, Nigeria's supreme commander. They want to give him an eyewitness account of atrocities.
hold on there. Chai. No, I don't blame the North. Don't blame them. But we will. We need to wage war. We need to wage war within us first before we begin to go outside. That is the only solution. This man now you are going to hear is Yakubu Gowon. Many of you know him. He was invited even in Anambra to come and give a lecture. Something is wrong with us. Something is wrong with us.
The North, and request immediate relief for those still there, who could otherwise be completely eliminated. It has been terrible in Jos. Many Igbos and Southerners killed.
You see, many Igbos and Southerners killed. We are from Sassat. It not concern us. We are Niger Delta Republic. We are from Benin. We are Idu with Oba of Benin. You hear from the white man. Southerners. Igbos and Southerners. Of which all of us in the same place.
Mostly clubbed and bludgeoned to death. Vast looting. Missionaries, missionary kids, and other expatriates in Jos converge on the police compound. Just outside the compound, Carl Eisman is reminded that danger continues.
There are people, men, lying on each. I'm not sure how many there were. There might have been 15. And they were just lying out there. They were. It was hot. They had been injured to the point that they couldn't get in. And one might say, well, why didn't somebody come out and get them? Well, there's two reasons for that. One, everybody was so busy with so many people that had so many needs, they just had their hands full. The other was there were Hausa gangs, not more than 20 yards away, sitting on some rocks and boulders with their machetes, with some clubs, and you looked into their eyes and you knew that they were waiting for the opportunity to go down and finish the job. So we went back into the compound. We got a makeshift stretcher, and over the course of time, we brought each man in and took them to where they were giving medical attention. Chaos. Pure chaos is what I remember.
Chaos.
We saw children walking around not knowing where their parents were. We saw parents walking around calling for their children.
Carrie Robinson is a junior at Hillcrest. Her parents are Assemblies of God missionaries stationed at
fake news. Fake news. This one now. The people that are telling this story are they from Anambra. That's how they deceive many of you. When we are telling people the truth, they say it's a fake news. It doesn't. It didn't happen here. This is a video that happened in Equatorial Guinea. They just brought it to deceive us. These are the. This is not. This is something that happened in Cameroon. It's not here.
Back in the East,
I remember seeing a lot of very, very, very wounded people. I remember noise. I remember crying. I remember screaming.
There was an area which there were a few doctors and nurses that were attending to some of the people that were in the worst of need. That was the horrible part.
there were a lot of head wounds, is what I remember. And they were vicious wounds, like machete chops. I remember seeing strong men with the muscles cut all the way to the bone. I remember punctured eyeballs. I remember arrows through the cheeks.
Arrow, you know water from here. I ain't got secret that side. About going now, oh no, we still, I don't know, maybe these people that went back there, maybe they didn't tell them. My brother, something is wrong with us. Like I said, we are yet to discover it. Something is really, really wrong. Then I convert to atheist, then be that's my job on my own. If I won't hear in the card with one line. A woman no know me and I know they the same line. Oh, how can I after her main program? I'll go for the silent over stammer. Your German, your German, he came and I need to read the Kaumo Arab. Before we can be able to wake up, we will be like the children of Arabs. That is the best life for us as it stands now. We need to have that mindset. And we can only have that mindset when we get away with this nonsense. This, yeah, Bible. When we get away with this, when we this, because many of you that are watching now, to do this thing is for many of you is to do this thing now, and fear you cannot sleep, Papa. Only people that cannot do this thing. I'm not telling you to go and do your own, but I'm just trying to tell you that this is nothing. This is nothing. But when they had you down, when they had you down, when the concept of heaven and earth is tying them down as me and you start now. Concept of God having power over them. When they don't tie it down, they can't do anything. If they want to do, they say, God, I have sinned, forgive me. God, I have sinned, forgive me. So what in Jesus has out of it is in them. Now, wow.
Holes and machete chops to the skull, right to the bone. You could tell they'd lost their mind from so many head wounds. Linda Skolton is a friend of John Price's, also a Hillcrest sophomore. She lives at Mountain View, the hostel for MKs from the Christian Reformed Church.
We would wash the wounds, try to give some kind of comfort measure, and we could give them aspirin, give them a drink, put a pillow under their head or a blanket or something, just try to make them comfortable.
I remember specifically using these big long tweezers to pick maggots out of a face wound. We were cleaning his wounds literally so that he could be stitched up.
The amazing part was we saw our missionary teacher friends. We saw our high school kids from Hillcrest. These were our kids.
More Igbos and Easterners keep appearing at the police compound. Preparations move forward to begin hauling them out of Jos by lorry, train, and plane. One of the first planes out.
Now, listen. Like I told many of you, let me come move you now, brother. Do you know what baffles me? They never recruited to fight back. They never say, okay, let us die with them At least, even if they kill 10 people, let us kill 2, because since they are coming to kill us. They are nothing like Mace. They were running, which you are going to hear. They were running hater scatter, running inside the bush. Some go and climb tree. Some begin to climb this ceiling. They were running because they don't have that mindset to say it's okay. We have had a problem here with the Turkish people. Even if they are 3, you will see them, they recruit. The thing it is because of the way you were brought up. It's not your fault. That is what we are trying to make you to be. You need really hardened. You need really wake you up to embrace life. You need to realize that this world function in the hands of human being. Nobody is in control of this universe. The concept of Chukwu Okike Abia na diiche na the control of the universe. It is not the same. The concept of God is inability for you to explain what is going on around the environment. That is what is God. You can't explain what is going on. It's okay. Let me say it's one supernatural being. He doesn't take care of you. You take care of yourself. Whatever that made us doesn't care for us. We care for ourselves. Even some religion also fight for their own God. There's some part of religion, their job is to defend their God. That's something our people need to be teaching many of you. Now, I have it here, like I said. Let me repeat this again before I go, because now this is the time for me to do my own part. Let us read that psalm together. Yami the Bible over here. You will Yami the Bible, because for the guy saying you don't like it, you keep it. Yes, I keep it for a reason. Let us read that psalm. Your people are reading as they are slaughtering them. Can I go the psalm again? When we can win meaning. Come with my own. This psalm. This is the killing. Have I played this one?
September 30th.
No, I've never played this one. This is I'm trying to be careful, brothers. Maybe I will try to push it in my WhatsApp group. I'm trying to be careful. There's a video I will show you, and now I will get blocked, and I will not like it. I have a lot in forthcoming. Where do I keep this now? I think I have that prayer. Where do I have the prayer again? I think I played it here. Let me play it again so that okay. Now,
not anything that we could do, so we just tried to keep life.
This is the Psalm 91. Yeah, bon. They say we should read Psalm 150 days. Time and get out. Psalm. This is phone news. Go Psalm. Nonsense. Kebino. That's all Psalm 91. You saw Psalm 91. Nonsense. Are you sure it's Psalm 91? My brothers. Let me play it so that if many of you know the Psalm, I think it's 91. I played it yesterday. It's Psalm 91.
Moving along.
We had heard rumors of trouble coming to Johnson.
This is Psalm 91.
I went one Sunday morning to one of our country churches. We call them bush churches. That Sunday morning, an Igbo recited.
Igbos are reciting Psalms.
91st Psalm.
91st Psalms. Look here. Can I go on here?
You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day.
Okay, look here. Look here. Don't go arrow. Don't you hear? Don't you arrow of the day? Let's face here now. Let's face here. On your go not the arrow of the day. Up bandage. You shall go this thing so. There here. Onyagwa and the arrow on the day. Leave here, le here, le can have bandage.
No, the arrow that flies.
Look here, lay brother. Methuselah, she thought, and okay, you put her on a screen. Look here, lay brother. No, no, go. That's Sam. They could loot him here now. They can't fight back. That was Psalm 91.
The terror of the night,
nor
the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence.
Look here. Brothers, let us read it. Let us read it. Can you circle your goy? Can you circle your goy? So what? Can go. Psalm 91, verse 5. How can go verse 5 go with it? You will not be afraid of anything dreadful by night. Even Boko Haram, if they are coming, you just bandit coming, no shaking. You will not be afraid of anything dreadful by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in the gloom, nor of the destruction that deploys at midday. 1,000 will fall at your very side, and 10,000 at your right hand side. To you, it will not come near you. Only with your eyes will you look on and see the retribution itself of the wicked ones. So the wicked ones will just die on their own. You don't need to do anything. Because you said, Jehovah is my refuge. You have made the Most High himself your dwelling. So no fear, no shaking. The calamity will befall you, and not even a plague will draw near to your tent. For he will give his own angels. And he will give his own angels a command concerning you to guide you in all your ways. Upon their hands they will carry you, that you may not strike your foot against any stone. That's all. Upon the young lion and the cobra you will train. One day I will just give match and will not know the check. Gawana even for maybe more here. Treba odom no zoyo mo weke. No, nothing will happen to you. And you leave. Off this thing. Off it. What is so well? Upon the young lion and the cobra you will tread. You will trample down the manned young lion and the big snake, because on me he has set his affection. No more Psalm. No more Psalm 91 and all here. No, here. Oh, why? Why can't you get I get will destroy it the way they kill us. My irregular has small. Look here, brother. No. Look here, Okay. I hate you deceive one. You deceive one. The other guy will go on your mate on your mower. No. Say it's okay, brothers. I want to open my line for those I want to call, but before that, your video is partially muted due to copyright. Havila, Facebook, Havila. Havila, here is this one. It's okay. And why? If you see the way I'm handling this, my Facebook, I handle it as if a newborn baby, because though I had to come the other side, I can go the other side. Anytime you are not seeing me here, I just type Methuselah. You get me somewhere. In conclusion, I played this in last time that I did my broadcast. This is the time for action. Nobody will do it for you than you. Action. Yeah, we need action now. What? It's easy and simple to fight back if you love your land. I agree with you. And in summary, to summarize this, planning. I want to see planning here. Where plan? And about he got it secured. He got it secured internally. Many of you don't know why we are crying about internal enemy. I don't think many of you know the me. Maybe many of you have never even tested Mamba before in ordinary university. Many of you have never even confronted any communal things like that. I think this is the reason why many of you are talking about action. No planning, no nothing. The person you are going action with is not with you. You are talking about Biafra. He's talking about you do. The other one is doing, you are talking about IPO. This one is say autopilot. You are talking about let us support the leadership of this, or you say no, they are criminals. Many of you don't know what is insubordination. That's why sometimes it's easier to say it. Very easy to say. Very easy to say, brothers. One of these you could not know. Sawado said it. Mouth will say it and come back, but the legs. They confront all one-on-one. Game man no BBs. The man strategy is more important than even guns and bullets. The man planning is more important than missile. Look at what is going on in Ukraine today. Maybe assuming yourself now you're a Ukrainian person. You say no, let us march on. We must do it. Ukraine that is even established country. The people that forced them to enter into this fight. Look at how they are looking at them now, like this. Ukraine now, that maybe if it is in our own time now, we say NATO is they're on our side. Let's move on. Look at how NATO is watching Ukraine now like this. The highest thing they have done for them is to propagate fake news in BBC and CNN. They are winning now. They are winning. Ukraine are pushing back. Russia thought that it will only end in few weeks, but Ukraine is pushing back. Look at the reason. You don't know why would you don't know. One of these you could not brother. One of these. Now watch. Look here. Watch.
Ukraine has lost this war.
They want to see your face.
I would argue.
A colonel is talking to you. A colonel from even an American colonel is talking to you. This one and NATO, this one is not ordinary person. A military man is telling you, a colonel. What we hear is CNN now. He can know Ukraine are pushing back in Kiev now. The Russia are coming. Ukraine now double cross them, push them back. The Ukraine have bombed the oil of Russia. How they do propaganda? So they have M. You gotta calm down. Many of you don't know what challenges we are facing. That is why we told many of you enter into this struggle. Let me bring it. One of these you put on the brother. One of these in a very easy. My brother, what matter of you love your country? You gotta love your country. You get plan. You know what you want to do. Let me just put this one. Normally, I don't suppose to. It's just because of this thing you said now. Normally, this is not part of my program. But let me just play it. You know, sometimes I don't like to show or talk without showing, so that people can believe it more. Look here.
Ukraine has lost this war. I would argue it lost it some time ago. It's now becoming so apparent that even the most ardent supporter of Ukraine's war on Russia in London, Berlin, Paris, of the United States, and Washington can't really stand up and say anything else.
They are doing nothing. They are the one that pushed them into this war now. One day, fight. How many bullets did you put bullet? What do you have? Do you have a channel? In case in Kijiko. I'm not want to talk about food. Forget about food. If you know what we fit, what fit us now is to turn to Afghan, their own way of life. You see, as our people are in Jos, in the north, it is the best strategy because we're already everywhere. But your mind and the north are the same. No. Your mind now and those in the north, are they the same? The answer is no. If our mind are the same as they are there, it is a very big advantage for us. Hey, be there. Hey, be there. I need push now there. They are there now. How got there now? Go already. But for there now, they are the one that they are the hater of the struggle to restore Biafra. Our own people that are living in the north. I'm not telling you for you to hate your own fellow. But I'm just telling you that is the reality. The man said I have lost it.
I suppose some will, but the truth is, the war is over. The Ukrainians are losing on a daily basis. Come
on, says idiot. I wish you can burn Quran publicly like this. Then we know that you are a come and get out. Zuzuru street public toilet for here. Bring Quran. Bring it. Send it to me. I've already ordered for it. Send it. Idiot. These are the useless people we have in this town that we're supposed to hunt down. What is Quran? Can you tell? These are the kind of people we are telling you. Can you burn Quran now the way you are burning this one? Let me show you how they are burning Quran. Let me allow this man to roll. Foolish people. Foolish idiots. I want in our land. Foolish idiots.
Where's between?
In fact, because of you, chef, come make a honey knock. Come back more. Sorry, on the way we were. Let me bomb more. Look here. If you are strong now, let me see the Agaladima bomb Quran. Continue, sir. Let me bring Quran. Continue.
Thousands dead and wounded. Their army is effectively annihilated. They're throwing reservists, the equivalent of what we would call National Guardsmen, into the buzzsaw. And the calmly annihilating what the Russians have already begun consolidating their control over 20% of Ukraine, where the Ukrainian forces were previously paused to attack Russia. They now control territory that is responsible for roughly 80% of Ukraine's gross national product. So I expect that the Russians will hold on to this and incorporate it into Russia. It will be annexed. It was historically Russian. It is again. Now, as far as how will this end? Well, we have a lot of people that seem to be determined that it will not end. And that is extremely dangerous because the longer this lasts, the greater the potential for the regional conflict to widen and engulf countries and ultimately to drag us in, which some people think is the real goal, incomprehensible as that may seem.
Is the United States still saying discretionary refunds as recently as another $1 billion, where this is the type of discretion we give to the presidents. Has that all been spent? Has it all been delivered?
Well, not all of it has been spent. Not all of it has yet been delivered, but most of it is effectively gone. And the thing that most Americans don't understand is that we are actually paying double or close to double
America is in their side
for equipment. Because remember, what happens is that we ship equipment and support and supplies to Ukraine, as well as cash, because we are effectively funding the Ukrainian government. If we stopped funding the Ukrainian government, everything would collapse. I'm sure Mr. Zelensky would climb into an airplane and fly to Miami, where he owns a mansion, and essentially try to duck any responsibility for what's going on. But we can.
America giving them aid, though, yet they are telling you that it's over. You should you
continue to send hundreds of millions of dollars in hard cash over there that pays everyone. But the key thing is the military.
Foolish people we have in this era. You go now Chineke all this. Don't go and have some Adam arrogance. Why this is why are you retorting? Brothers, let me leave it here. Let me leave it here. I want to bring let me leave it here. They're gonna article block many of you are empty head. No, comfort zone. All these people there action self. I can put that action from home. Video call say Meto, I'm from Europe and I have traveled back home. I am fashion now. I'm down, I'm doing the action. Not a bedroom in order. Foolish people.
About what happened in Nigeria in 1966.
You must know what you are fighting for. Very important.
Even when we have gone to speak in churches, I don't think we've mentioned anything about the genocide.
People kept it to themselves because of the fact that I don't think they wanted to bring out a bad memory.
I think something is wrong. Something is wrong. I'm going to let me. Anybody, you can call me. You can call if you want to call. You can call now. If you have a call, if you have something to like, somebody is giving me a news. I'm tired of carrying all this news now, brother. I know that something is going on in the north. I know something is going on in the north. You know, I don't know why this is like this now, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I think I have tried all I could today. This is everything is now stuffy. If nothing works now, they will say it's because of the Bible are born. Foolish people. Christianity like this, hunt them down. They don't deserve to live. Very foolish people. Uno practice another man way of life. Then dehumanize our own. And we can about some here working it destroy what we have. If you see, you want to acquire our shrine. Shrine no make again. Abraham is on our own own tradition way of life. Where is it? Something I'm looking for now. I must see it. I must see it. I think let me allow the voice of Mazi Methuselah to be on. That should be what I would have. Since this one is not this is not really. Let me bring the voice of Mazi Methuselah. If it's not, then I'll leave this music to continue.
Many Biafran heroes have lost their lives, and many more are injured. All because of freedom of Biafra. But I can see a victory ahead. So let's keep fighting. Let's keep changing the whole world as we have done till now. No amount of intimidation can stop us. We will give ahead till we get our freedom. Freedom is what we need. Our destination is independence of Biafra. Until we get our end, then we continue fight. Because we are victorious, I can see victory ahead of us. United people of Biafra. Yeah. Let's unite and move forward for our victory. Let's give united and fight. Let's give united and fight. I see a victory ahead of us. United we stand, divided we fall. Give united and fight. Let's give united and fight. I see a victory. There is a victory ahead of us.
You're welcome. Yes, you're
Thank you. I love your morale.
Thank you, brother.
You have waked up a lot of Biafrans up from their slumber. You have waked. In fact, you are a hero.
Thank you, brother.
You are a hero. I am calling you from United Arab Emirates. I greet all over the world. I greet you all of you that have the mental toughness, all of you that understand this dangerous time, all of you that understand
the product of freedom. All of you that know that freedom is everything. Thank you all. What white people did to us by using this slave book called Bible to slave our people mental is very dangerous, because it's what that destroy the brain of our make our people never reason well. Even I encounter with one of them today. He says me and that very person is discussing, and he is telling me that we should wait the God time, that the God time is the best, that when the time reach, that God will give us Biafra. And I am asking him since 1945, that God never give us that very Biafra for this moment. And I told him that if God has given you that very power to do things by your own power. As you are doing this business now, why can't you wait for God to come and do business for you? It's you that will liberate yourself in the slave that you are. Not there is no any God that will come and deliver you. So our people need to wake up. The moronic of our people is too much. You can see what is happening in our land. In short, your broadcast yesterday shocked me. It shocked me because I'm always think that very thing that you tell us yesterday. Okay, this IPOB that are doing something that is happening, that is shaking the world today. How many are there? In UAE that we are today, we are more than 5,000 Biafrans. But go to our family unit, we are not more than 500. We are not more than 500. Our people, but in every way that you see, there is merriment or party. You see our people there. Our people are too moronic. I don't know if our leaders deserve to liberate our people, or IPOB deserve to liberate our people. I don't know, but we must do everything possible to get our beloved nation. Sure. I hail all my beloved brothers. I hail all of them.
Thank you, brother.
And last before I go, I want to advise our people from Biafra that are hearing my voice. Let us learn how to do things together. Not when something is happening in Nnamdi State. The people that is in Enugu State, we say, thank you, that is not in Enugu State that is happening. Because that very thing that is happening in Anambra will definitely happen in Enugu State.
Correct.
All the Biafrans need to join hands together now to fight this monster. They are human beings like us. They are human beings like us. Where is it? Our people need to prepare themselves very well. You can see what happened to Sri Lanka.
Exactly.
Some days ago. Our people need to learn how to do things in one unison. No, thank you. Let others come.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. We are not one. Sri Lanka is still on the road. Let me tell our brother. Sri Lanka are still, as me and you talking now, they are still out. More than 100 days now, they're on the outside. This is when a country is one. Like what you said now. Our people need to join IPOB to learn the ways of IPOB. It's we that, it's not I'm segregating anybody. It is that spirit of Honorable Nabolos. If you have, I saw some people saying, let them go, let them demonstrate in Imo State now. Let us leave Anambra alone. Anambra, nothing concerns Anambra. It has nothing to do with us. Divide and rule is even inside our family.